Hey everybody, it's AgentNemitz, and I know it's been a while since we've talked, but I wanted to take my time in addressing some situations that have been going on in the real world and stuff like that. And as you probably know from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about Kobe. I wanted to give a little bit of time to process and breathe, and I know that there's a ton of stuff every day being released and said about it. The Lakers just did their tribute to him and had their first game back at the Staples Center about it, which I'm sure you saw and stuff like that. Now, I'm not gonna make this be just a talky video. I want to put stuff up on the screen, videos, stuff like that, and talk about not just talk about, but remember Kobe together. I'd like to take the time to do that because he had a huge impact on my basketball career personally and my life, and so I wanted to take the time to remember him, not just for a basketball player, but for a man, and who he was and everything like that. So that's my goal for this video. So let's just dive right into it. I know that Kobe wasn't the only one involved in the crash. His daughter, Gianna Bryant, I think they called her Gigi. She was involved in it, and then along with 7 other people. I know that a family, it was like a father, a daughter, and a mother were all in the crash. The pilot, Kobe and Gianna, and then 2 others that I believe were related as well. So, but that family that had 3 people wiped out, man, our hearts, and really to everybody, not just that family, but to everybody, our hearts go out to you. I watched a lot of videos on the topic, so I feel like I'm kind of knowledgeable about it. We don't need to go through the entire thing, because as I'm sure if you're watching this video, you know what happened. But just kind of a crazy thing, and I really wish it wouldn't have happened, and as I'm sure everyone else does as well. But like, it hurts, it hurts, because I, as Shaq said in an interview, I don't think this has really ever happened before, especially at such a young age. Like, it's happened in other sports, possibly. Like, I know my dad mentioned it happened with a really popular golfer back in the 80s or 90s, but it's never really happened in the sport of basketball, to this extent, at least. Shaq mentioned that, his dad talked to him about the 5 greatest big men or something like that, and he got to meet all of them after he became pro. And some people won't be able to do that with Kobe, and it's pretty sad and emotional. But my experience with Kobe is when I was younger. I grew up in an athletic family. Maybe some of you don't know that, but my dad, he played baseball in college. My mom was a 4-time state champion for basketball in high school, and played in college somewhat as well. So, I grew up in sports and athletics, but I didn't really start paying attention to professional sports and stuff like that until I was probably about 8, maybe, somewhere around that age. And I remember my friends would always talk about this guy named Kobe Bryant. I didn't know who that was. So, and when I was 8, and it was probably right around that time when I was 8, it was like 07, 08. So that was when Kobe, I believe, won his league MVP award, and possibly his last championship was right around then as well. So, Kobe Bryant was getting towards the south side of his career, the last 10 years, and he was really popular. I mean, he's always been super popular because he wanted to emulate Michael Jordan when he was out on the court. So, and he did it successfully. He worked his butt off and used the Mamba mentality to help him achieve his goals, But so, all my friends were talking about Kobe Bryant and all this, so I took the time to research and watch some games and online and stuff like that. And so Kobe Bryant was really the first professional athlete that I could identify and know by name, and not just professional athlete, but first NBA basketball player So that was huge in my life. And I started watching him. I wanted to start playing basketball and being like Kobe and playing and being good and having an amazing shot and amazing court awareness and defensive mindset and just basketball IQ all around. I wanted to be like that. So I started working and playing basketball, and really started to pick it up around junior high time, which is 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Somewhere in there, I started really focusing on basketball. But it was all because of Kobe and my parents as well. My parents were a huge influence on my life, but Kobe really inspired me, and I wanted to be like him. So that was a huge, massive influence on my life. Because as you know, I pretty much know all the NBA players by name. I watch basketball so much. You probably don't know this, but I'm the assistant JV boys basketball coach at my old high school, my alma mater. And so, I'm well immersed in basketball now. And I think none of that would have been possible without Kobe Bryant. So he's a huge inspiration and had a huge impact on my life as far as the sport and the art of basketball. But that's just my personal experience with Kobe. And everyone has their own Kobe story, as you've probably heard these past couple days. But it seems like after he retired and stuff like that, he focused on basketball, and like he said, he gave his soul to basketball. But after his career, he really started to become a family man and to want to pass on what he'd learned. And people like Kyrie and LeBron and D Wade and all these players, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, he really not just gave them a tip here and there, but would mentor them and text them and say stuff to them, or help guide them to do something when he played with them, or just he was that type of guy. On top of being a family man, oh my gosh, you could just tell if you go and look, because I went and looked on his wife's Instagram page, I believe it was, and she has so many pictures and videos of Kobe just being a family man. And really just after his career, you could tell he really started focusing on family a lot. And from what it looks like, he was a really great father, and that's awesome. It's such a good thing to hear and to see these days. I really appreciate seeing a good father and someone who cares about not just his kids, but his wife and his family and other people as well. He loved people, you could tell. And like I said, you could go into all these stories and watch all these videos, hearing all this stuff, and just the bottom line that I could draw is that he loved people, and he loved his family, and he loved to mentor people. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but he ended up writing a book after he retired. It's called The Mamba Mentality, How I Play, written by Kobe Bryant, about himself and his career and stuff like that. So I wanted to get that book when it came out, and I've been looking at it again recently. I think it's actually sold out on Amazon right now. It's the number 7 selling thing this week on Amazon or something like that, which is crazy. But it's a number 1 bestseller book. I think it's possibly won an award or 2. But I plan on getting that, and I would recommend getting that if you would like to kind of possibly learn about the Mamba mentality, learn more about Kobe Bryant, and maybe it would help you with basketball and to inspire you maybe. But I would highly recommend getting it. Like I said, I haven't got it yet, and they're not sponsoring me to say this or anything like that. This is from my heart. I plan on getting the book. I plan on reading it and possibly talking about it in the future. But I would recommend getting it as well and reading it, because it's written by Kobe, and I'm sure it's a great book. I mean, like I said, it's award-winning, and he wrote it and all this. So, yeah. And if you're one of those people who maybe are watching this and Like, you know, I don't have a personal experience or impact. Kobe didn't have that on my life. Didn't really know who he was until he died or until a few years ago. I would recommend going and watching maybe some highlight videos or just researching him and seeing what he did. I think he was like the first NBA basketball player to win like an Oscar or an Academy Award or something like that for a movie that he wrote or a movie that he produced or something like that after, which is crazy. That's super cool. But he was way more than just a basketball player. Most people know him for basketball and all this, but he was way more than just a basketball player. And I want to get that across. It's huge that he was more than just a basketball player. So was his daughter, more than just a basketball player. She was only 13 years old. All those people on that helicopter, they were more than just names, more than just an assistant coach or a helicopter pilot or a mother or a father, a daughter. They're people who had lives and people who cared about them, and everyone who was there impacted someone else in the world. So we need to do our best to not just think of them as someone who passed or a name or something like that. We need to remember them for being people, and the people that they impacted in their life, they are probably hurting right now, and so we need to send our thoughts and our prayers reaching out for them, because you know the NBA family for Kobe and all those other families who are impacted by this are severely hurting. So we need to be considerate and think about all those people and all those families that are impacted by this. So I just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I appreciate if you guys stayed to the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed just listening to me talk and maybe seeing some stuff on the screen or whatnot. But I hope you appreciate my side of the story, and that I waited, because I just felt like it was the best thing to do. That's that. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like for me. Subscribe if you're new or haven't subscribed already. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And I know I haven't posted in a while. This is my first post in a long time. I do have some videos recorded and edited up. So those will be coming out to you very soon. I'm not dead. I'm not gone. I am planning on getting into the swing of YouTube again and posting and talking about what's been going on in my life, possibly in my videos. So stay tuned to hear about what's been going on, and be on the lookout for some videos coming to you really soon. And I appreciate you sticking around and subscribe, like all the people who subscribed in my absence and liked and commented. I really appreciate it. I just messed that up. I really appreciate that. And I will see you all in the next video. So take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.